Hi, and welcome to our first test. So how this is going to work is that I'm going to read through the test. If you need to pause at any point to kind of think and answer a question, feel free, but I'm going to read through the test and you may follow along. You also may rewind the video or fast forward if you do not need me to read a portion of the test to you. All right, let's get started. So this is our first test for the water cycle, lesson 1 through 3. And let's go and get started with the matching. First, I'm going to read through all the vocab terms, then I will read through the matching answers. So number 1 is groundwater movement, 2, infiltration, 3, control, 4, evaporation, 5, system, 6, precipitation, 7, groundwater, 8, runoff, 9, transpiration, 10, condensation. Now for the matching definition. A is a sample that stays the same or remains unchanged. B, the process that causes a liquid to turn into a gas. C, the movement of groundwater, which occurs very slowly. D, a set of things working together as a whole. E, when water drains down into the ground or soil. F, the process that causes a liquid in plants to be released as a gas. G, water that drains over the surface of the earth after falling as precipitation. H, water held underground in the soil or in the pores and crevices in rock. I, the process of water turning from a gas into a liquid. And J, a form of water that falls to the ground such as rain, snow, or sleet, or hail would count as this as well. Please make sure that you write the letter on the line and not just draw a line. If drawing a line helps you, that is good with me. Just please make sure that you write the letter on the line. I am going to move on to the matching portion, or not the matching, the multiple choice portion. If you'd like to pause it now to finish the matching, please do so. Otherwise, I am going to continue on. At the top of the multiple choice, it says pick one best answer choice for each statement. So we're only choosing one. Number 11. When using the scientific method, the first step should be is to form a hypothesis, ask a question, test your hypothesis, or do your research. What is the first step of the scientific method? "12. Blank is a source of energy that causes water to move. Is it water system, groundwater movement, Hayden swimming in a circle, or energy driver? What is a source of energy that causes water to move?" 13. As elevation increases, runoff of surface water increases. The elevation causes the water to move over the soil faster. Decreases. The elevation causes the water to slow down and be absorbed by the soil. Neither. Runoff has nothing to do with elevation. Or D, the runoff grows legs and runs down the mountain. As elevation increases, what does the runoff of surface water do? All right, moving on to the next one. Number 14. Which of the following is considered to be surface water? Is it groundwater, a pond, a cloud, or water vapor? Which of the following is considered to be surface water? 15. Blank is the force that pulls things toward Earth. Is it bungee cords, gravity, levitation, or energy driver? The force that pulls things toward Earth. 16. How fast does groundwater move? Groundwater does not move very slowly, a medium speed, or very fast. How fast does groundwater move? 17. What happens to the water when it evaporates? Does the water move up to the clouds? Does the water break down into hydrogen and oxygen atoms? Is the water in the air as an invisible form? Or does the water disappear and just no longer exist? What happens to water when it evaporates? 18. Asking a question, forming a hypothesis, and drawing a conclusion are all parts of what? Is it the scientific method, Miss Bulk's Science Finder, the water cycle, or performing an experiment? Asking a question, forming a hypothesis, and drawing conclusions are all parts of what? All right, we are now going into the true and false section. Please write true if you believe the statement is true, and false if you believe the statement should be false. 19. Gravity and the sun are both energy drivers of water. Is this true or false? Gravity and the sun are both energy drivers of water. 20. When doing research for an experiment, it is okay to use any internet resource. You can trust everything on the internet. True or false? When doing research for an experiment, it is okay to use any internet resource. You can trust everything on the internet. 21. A variable oftentimes remains the same in an experiment. True or false? A variable oftentimes remains the same in an experiment. 22. When forming a hypothesis, you should use an if-then statement. So true or false? When forming a hypothesis, you should use an if-then statement. We're now going into the short answer. Answer the following questions using complete sentences. For this portion, if you'd like to pause the video, that way it will give you time to write out complete sentences. Please do so. So 23, why is a river not considered to be runoff? Why is a river not considered to be runoff? Please think of the definition of runoff. 24, where are two natural places where you can't see water? Where are two natural places that you cannot see water? Emphasis on the natural places. All right, and the last portion is that you need to draw and label the diagram appropriately. So below is a diagram of the tree. The first thing you need to do is draw arrows showing the water movement. When you draw the arrows, please indicate at the beginning and the end of the process whether the water is a solid, liquid, or gas. So you need to draw arrows of the water movement within the tree, and then be sure to include whether the water is a solid, liquid, or gas at the beginning and the end of the process. And then anywhere on the diagram, please label what this process is called. Once you are done drawing your arrows, please label what this process is called. When you are finished, please make sure your name is at the top of the front page. And congratulations, you just completed our first test.